beings.
Greetings, everybody.
Yay, we're here again. Janneke Hellebrekers and
Hydro Hellbreaker
from Forever Awesome.
from Awesome in the House.
Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo!
Yay!
Yeah, we're here again. Yes.
All up in the house.
We get so exciting to bring you the news.
Bring you some really good information that you can relate to and understand.
Yes, understand, overstand. What is it?
Understand.
It's not understand, it's understand, overstand.
Basically, overstand. I think I do that capsule.
Okay, so we're coming here with this conscious knowledge, and we make we want to. There's a big awakening going on, and we want to share for people, not only to wake them up, but also share for the people that are awake. Like, hey, you're not alone. You're not alone in this. We see the things as well. So that's why we want to make it more clear for everybody. What is it? Like, when are you awake? When not? And that's why we say this video is: are you an NPC?
Are you an NPC?
And we don't want to offend people by saying this, but we want to make more clear what is what. Some people say sheeple of people that are asleep, and people have all sorts of names for it. But
drones, hive-minded drones.
But there's we want to also let people know that there's different graduations, different possibilities in there. And I believe you can be an NPC and then wake up. Because people are not aware, and then they become aware.
I have something to add to that.
Yeah. So you just different levels of that as well. So we want to let people know, how would you describe someone who is asleep, who is an NPC, and is someone who totally 100% believes in what the television is telling them, what the newspaper is telling them, what society is telling them, without questioning everything. I think that's the first step. You start to question things.
You do, but here's the thing. When you said you're an NPC that can wake up, and this is true. A lot of NPCs are not all the same, and this is going to hurt some people out there. But the truth is, you have people here with souls, and you have some without. I'm not saying those without or with are either bad. It's just the way it is. There's a lot of different life forms here in this realm right now, and we're not all the same, even though we may look similar. What I did notice is the NPCs that do have a soul are more or less the ones that are trained by society or the system to be an NPC. But then they're the ones that wake up and start questioning everything, what's going on here. So you kind of are trained to be an NPC when you have the soul, but then you do wake up. And believe it or not, even some NPCs without souls, even they wake up sometimes and they wonder what's going on around them. But I feel like they don't go as deep and as far as somebody with a soul that is really trying to figure out what's really happening. And they kind of fall asleep and just go back into the system and just really support it knowingly or unknowingly, and will defend it at any cost.
Yeah, and with NPC, the word itself means non-player character. So you have people, it's almost like we're in a game, we're in a digital game, and it's almost like the Matrix or the Free Guy.
Free Guy,
Yep. That's a good one. The Matrix and the Truman Show. Those are really and They Live, that movie also, They Live.
They Live, that was really good.
So there's some movies that make it so clear, what is the difference for people to understand it. Because you're playing the game, it's you're aware of the game. So first you wake up and you're like, hey, this reality is different than I thought. And then you start questioning, but you also start doing things differently than you always did. Because the NPC is also someone who always does the same.
And they
It,
cannot change their program. It's all scripted. They're all scripted. They just continue to do the same thing constantly. They may even complain about it, but still always do it until the end.
yeah. So if you even want to like escape that loop, like they say, like try to just have a different way of coming from your work to your house. Just take another
Switch it up.
detour, because we are like beings that want to be comfortable in our comfort zone. So everything that is different or that is new comes with certain resistance. And the more you go over that resistance, or go, if you're like afraid for things and still do it, like, and then you become less afraid. Then you have to have a new step and a new step, and then you go more and more, and you do things that not like a lot of people think, like, oh, that is strange or that is weird,
Or
like,
crazy, or
yeah.
you must be out of your mind for doing that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. People tell me like, don't leave, America. Don't go nowhere. Don't be leaving. He's like, stay here. It's much more safe. I'm like, nah. I'm gonna go ahead, even though traveling could be a bit dangerous. I'm gonna go ahead and do it because I want to experience more of the world than just being stuck here. Being stuck in America is like being stuck in your house and not going outside and seeing the rest of the yard.
But
So
also, like in the past, I found it like scary to go to a different job. Now go for different countries.
that's quite intimidating. Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's crazy. Yeah, and then you see, like, yeah, there's a lot of people that always do the same, but also have certain patterns in their life and in their relationships and the communication, and they get triggered, and you can go rise above that. You can see there's more to this reality than just a 3D physical level. And indeed, what you said also, when people share certain things that are outside the comfort level of certain people, then they react
In a
triggered.
negative way. They'll
It,
attack you, gaslight you, all kinds of crazy stuff will happen. Like, when there's an NPC, it's like when you say something about information, like say, like you were saying before, how like you want to know more, you're learning more because the system just doesn't fit, it doesn't feel right. Say like wondering what's going on, you start speaking that knowledge you're learning and gaining, right? And like you get around NPC and start speaking that same knowledge, and if they like act strange to you or get mad or something, that's definitely a certified NPC.
but you also call it the Agent Smith syndrome from the Matrix.
Yeah, because you trigger, yeah, Agent Smith,
Yeah.
because you just trigger them, like you start spitting this knowledge, and they're staring at you with that blank stare, and then they're like getting all mad, like, and they're making faces at you. They might even say something that like very negative towards you. That's you. You just disrupted the NPC's program.
Yeah.
And a lot of you out there have probably seen this. Like, didn't mean to like disrupt anybody, but probably have done this and seen it and witnessed it for yourself.
Yeah, and then you see, like, but it's like, if you question everything and you have an open mind, you can talk about everything. Nothing is off the table.
And that there should be the comfort level.
Yeah, and that nothing is off the table. You can talk about everything, like also from your past. Like there's not like too much emotions about anything. Like you can just share, but there's like, you see, because I recently came across like a text, like people that are more sensitive can make the unconscious more conscious by spiritual practices or meditation or whatever. You become more conscious. Then you see that also. You see the people shifting, and you see people shifting, and you see it happening, and then okay, the conversation is over. And it's also interesting, like, we don't say other people how they need to live, and then other people do that to us. It's also really interesting, like, we just like, this is how we live, and that's it.
I feel like you could, because when you share your truth,
Yeah.
or the truth, I should say, I feel like when you change and start doing something outside of their box, I feel like it shakes them, and it shakes them in their spirit, and it really convicts them where they feel guilty. Like, we had an incident where like we were talking about not eating meat, and somebody said we need it, and we're like, no, and then like they got kind of triggered, and they went kind of like at us, like what we should be doing, but then they know what we should be doing, and that's what NPC does. It tries to grab you and put you back in your program that they're following, because the system always wants to align you with these NPCs and align you with the program so you can serve it and you don't ever serve yourself.
And it's also not easy to deal with for yourself, because especially in the beginning of your awakening, you think there's something wrong with you.
Yes.
And that's why it's so important to be like, if you have that connection with your intuition and you know you're right, and it's also for yourself what you need to do, you have to be strong in your shoes, to stand strong, to do the things that you need to do. And don't worry about what other people think of you. But as soon as you're a bit different than the norm, people think you're crazy or you're weird or yeah. And it's like no, it's like you become more authentic, you become more yourself. You let go of all those things like the belief systems that the society put on you, how you should look and how you should act and how you should be.
Exactly.
But all of those programs are being dismantled when you don't want to have all of these programs. But it's with everything. It's like what you eat can be every time the same. What when you go to bed or when you get up, but it's also otherwise. And some people also need a structure. So it's also good for
Yes.
yourself to feel what is good for you.
That's very good.
What are the choices you want to make? And that's why it's about being awake in the game, knowing that you're playing a game. You have like non-player characters, but you have like people that play. You have in control of your joystick. You can choose
You have that awakening. Yeah,
if you go to left or right, or what you want to eat this time or next time. Like there's a lot of things that you can't control that happening in your life, but there's also a huge amount you can control. And also like you also need to let go of everything, like all the expectations, all if you think how your life should be or what things what will happen next, because that is the biggest like suffering in your reality. Like you want it different than it actually is. So once you have that connection with source, energy, universe, you're being led, you're being guided. There's a higher force guiding you. That's why also all the synchronicities coming on your path, because then you know you're on the right path. But you're always on the right path. Because if it's not, it will change.
And it does. Well, it will change. All I can say is like I feel like I think I want to be in control, and I feel like I pretend to be, but a lot of times, like at the same time, I feel like I'm being guided. Even if it's like in a direction I don't want to go, it's still I can still get pulled in a certain direction. But I keep it in my mind that I'm actually making these decisions, which I don't know how much. What's the percentage if I'm doing it or not? Like if it's high or low. But in other words, what you're saying, like it's divinity.
Yeah, are you doing it? You think you're in control. Are you doing it? Or the universe, the higher power is guiding you through you. And the more you feel that you are aligned, that you feel that you are carried in a certain path, like or even what's happening that you like, even the fuck ups and the BS, like it's everything is divinely orchestrated, and that also gives you a lot of trust in this reality that all needs to happen like it needs to happen.
See, and with all that being said, that is one way, or many, many ways you know that you're not an NPC. Because what I did notice about NPCs is that it's similar to hive-minded. Like you'll find a lot of them in like the military, a lot of them in the police force, and people with souls like us were sprinkled in these type of occupations. Like I was in the military. There's people I know that were in the police force that weren't hive-minded, that weren't NPCs, but like. I don't know if they noticed or not. All I know is I couldn't do what an NPC does. Like an NPC could stay at that job for like years, maybe 20 years or longer. I get bored. I need to go recreate. I need to go create something. I need to go do something different. I need to grow and expand. I can't sit there like a robot and do the same thing over and over and over until my day's end. NPC can do that. They're very hive-minded. May not have an inner monologue, which means like that voice in your head. They might not. You can ask if they, do you hear voices? You don't literally hear a voice, but like I know when I'm not speaking, I'm speaking in my mind constantly, because like this is how I come with my answers and information. Or like this is not for everybody, but sometimes I can picture a story when somebody's speaking, telling me a story. I can actually picture it, not in full color and detail, but I can actually kind of see it within my mind. NPCs might not have any of this, but I heard they don't have an inner monologue, which is kind of scared me at first, because I'm like, how do you function and get your information and the answers out? I'm like, unless you're just being like programmed or not programmed, but what do you call that? Like controlled by something or someone else or something else. Because all my information is being calculated constantly, like in my head. Like it's just or mind. You call it mind, but it's a constant communication between me and my mind and pretty much the universe, which I find is me at the same time. Definitely not an NPC. I could be. Maybe that's how NPCs communicate. I could be. Maybe I'm not. But that's what I see. That's how I feel, and that's how I communicate, and that's what I am. Or maybe I'm not the NPC, and somebody else is, and they can't do these things.
And it's also when you are awake, you want to wake up others, but it's all in their own time. So because
Oh, when you first wake up.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember
because
I had that
you
too.
try to help others, but they can't hear you because you are on a different
Yeah, that
frequency.
frequency is
And
different.
that's why, because a friend of mine had a really good explanation of it. Like you're the ocean and someone else is like in a puddle. Like you want to go deeper. You want to have like those like deep conversations with people. So at one point you want to be also with like-minded people that can have these conversation about everything. And then you crave you crave for depth in your conversations.
Because you want that the equal exchange of information and energy, and you want to learn and continue to learn and grow. And like I say, I always say expand. But like when you give it an NPC, it's nice because I'm a people person. It's nice to communicate with other people, but you don't get that equal energy exchange. It's like I feel like either you'll go overboard with the information, or just put your energy in general. We really have to bring yourself way down to the point where like you don't even want to conversate, and not to be in a rude way and say that, but like you're just like, okay, what are we going to talk about here? We're going to talk about the news on CNN. We're going to talk about the weather, like,
Yeah.
or how or barbecuing or something.
Or television shows. I had it at my job. People were talking about it's a television show where they were looking for the next singer in the band, and they were all watching it and they all talked
Yeah,
about
like
it,
it's
and I was the only one not seeing it. So, and also when you start talking about things that you like, start talking about things that you're questioning, and then immediately people come in, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're like, it's like, yeah, I'm that crazy person that believes in all sorts of theories. But you find out when you do research, like a lot of these theories are like truths, and
so true. Yeah.
like they lied about everything, and they gaslighted everybody, and they're saying this is true and this is true, and then the person who actually did a lot of research and who knows things, that is like depicted as being wrong, and that is really difficult for people to deal with, because a lot of people have like they talked about what's going on and their whole family shunned them. A lot of people that are awake, that like their whole family is not talking with them anymore, and it's not only because of
That's
like,
normal too.
and it's not only because of the COVID and the vaccines people started questioning, but it can be about anything. It can be that their family is religious and you don't believe that anymore.
Like for instance, you being a black sheep with a family.
Yeah,
It's a good example of you not being an NPC and everybody around you being an NPC.
yeah, and they don't see it, and whatever you're saying, they don't hear it, they don't understand it. And but it's really interesting how you can view things from both sides, but they only have that one side, and it must be that one side, because otherwise their whole belief about everything is shattered.
The system tells them it's that, then they're gonna
Yeah.
believe it's that. You know what I mean? Like it's just weird how it works.
Yeah, and this is, we want to share it from our experience, how we perceive it, and how anybody else can also perceive it, just to let people know, like, hey, it's not strange for you feeling it that way. And like, you first think like something is wrong with me, but there's something really wrong with this whole system.
It is.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I find it a bit. We both are ready to go. We're ready to go right now.
We gotta.
I find it a bit unsettling how like we're woken, we're souls, we can go deep. Just like what I'm trying to say is like it's strange how like NPCs are just like on this straightforward program and they can't go deep. They just can't change up. It's kind of creepy to have it around you, like to have this kind of, because I don't know if they can't make their own decision and change, what is operating and controlling these NPCs? Like, what kind of force is running through them? This is kind of like, it's a bit disturbing if you think about it. You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't seem like
almost like hive mind.
Like hive-minded, demonic, or something. It just doesn't seem right. You know what I mean? Like,
but it's strange that they believe immediately something that was on the news with no explanation or research.
No research.
And while you research things, they will still believe that person on the television. And it's like strange to experience that.
And still will not research it. They still won't research it.
No. And then people asking for links, but they still wouldn't research.
They still don't even check out the links.
And we don't research things for 20 years, 10 years, and they would still not. And that's why it's also really interesting. Like someone said, it was like, what is the biggest thing that the society has lost? And most people gave answers like common sense. We totally lost common sense. You see it in front of you. And you're like, this is a bit strange.
A lot of us become dumbed down, man. We got these social medias going on. We got these TV screens. Computer screens.
Poison,
we got our phones.
Yeah, poison in food.
We got our dumb phones. Smartphones. We got all kinds of stuff happening.
Yeah, but it's really interesting how it works and how you see it, and it's like, yeah, it's interesting. It's really because in movies, when there's a dystopian reality, when there's like a corrupt government and like people being enslaved, and then one person stands up, in the movies you're rooting for that one person, but in real life, you're actually fighting that one person that is trying to make you free. The underdog.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So in the movies, you're rooting for the underdog, but in real life, you're putting them away as being crazy. What if these people really are right? What if these people actually care more about you? What if these people actually care more about your health? What if these people were right about everything? How much would your whole worldview change?
It's cool how we break things down.
Yeah.
How you break down movies. It's funny because like NPC will like watch a movie and be like, yo, that was a good movie. But we'll break it down and be like, that was good, but did you see, we'll break it down and be like what it really means behind, what's really taking place in it. And like, NPC would never have a type of conversations we're having. And now speaking of like movies that like you can break down, like you mentioned The Matrix earlier. And even though Agent Smith wanted to eliminate, that team, he was doing it only because he wanted to get out of the Matrix. He was trying to find a way out. So the thing is like, he's a bad guy because he wants to eliminate other people. But he's actually like wanting to, I don't know if he's already awake, but he wants to leave the Matrix. He's trying to get out like we're trying to get out. And I don't think you truly get out. I think you just shift it and change it. I think once we're in it, but you just go to a different type of Matrix. But we don't like this one we're in right now. It doesn't work right for everybody.
And that is also, an NPC wouldn't even question this. They would, like, people that are awake, they don't like that there's everywhere cameras, that they're going to be digital idea, that the people be more controlled, or they check your finances, and people receiving less money, like the degeneration of the societies. You see that all around you. Like they're helping other countries, not the people in their own countries. And you would be like angry about it. You were like, and they have poison in the food, and this, and like you were like, this shouldn't be.
You should be real angry about this.
But most people were like, they don't.
They just shrug it off.
They don't like. But I feel like it's not even like because they're in survival mode. It's they don't care about these things. They don't like that is not in their reality. They wouldn't mind at all.
Yeah. Also, that's disturbing because like you're like compliant with the system. If you're not like against it, or I'm not saying you have to go against it, but like if you're not working for towards something better than what this is. And when I say better than what this is, a lot of you out there know what I mean by that. This isn't working out too well for most of us. But NPC would be like, hey, I just go to work every day and do what I gotta do.
Yeah. So they have like a small perspective. They just check like
not saying you don't need income,
but they just look at their life. We have like more a bird's eye perspective on whole society and different countries and what's happening with people, and that we want it better for everybody, and also for the people that fall out of the system. like this is not working for everybody, but people, like it's also like we would care like about people that like are suffering or something is going on. Like now in Portugal there's a lot of fires and you're like, oh, yeah, our heart goes out to the people there, and but someone else wouldn't even, they're just busy with their own life. But on one hand I understand, because like people are suffering and are in survival mode, but I think there's also some numbness in society. Like you just go to fast food, you just drink in the weekend, and you don't care about anything
Well,
anymore.
I think it's even though they're NPCs and not everybody's NPC, but even though they are, I think as a collective, as everyone together, I think we're all in this survival state, and there's a lot of dopamine type devices that we are, indulging in, whether it's food or entertainment, anything. It could be something, but and that's why they numb themselves. It's that medicine they're taking. They take the medicine to numb themselves because, like, even if they don't see it, they feel it, and things aren't going right for any of us.
But they're also busy with consuming, buying, huh? Lots of buying things, and then things that
Yeah,
make them,
having things, lots of
yeah, that
things.
will make them happy, of having the different job or bigger house, a bigger car. Like people that are awake, they don't care about all of these
Yeah,
things.
that's
You
true.
have such a different mindset of like of your reality, and it's also so different.
It is. I used to be like that too. When I was
Mm.
raised to be an NPC, I was at the mall buying all kinds of like cool sneakers, and I was buying my clothes, my jeans, my pants, and all. I was buying stuff that matched. I was like, trying to get the best looking
Do you
car.
also wanted brands and stuff?
Had a lot of brands. I had a lot of name brands. Now I don't even have name. I don't even know what brands my clothes are. As long as they look decent, I'm cool with it. I don't have to have like any expensive brands. I don't got nobody's names on my clothes unless like I couldn't find anything that didn't have a name on it, and I just got it and it was already like a good price for me. You know what I mean? Like something cheap or something. As long as it looks good, I'm good with that. But like I was like my car had to shine. I was at the car wash like 3 times a week. The leather polish inside vacuum. I had the car stereo blaring in there. Subwoofers in the trunk. Speakers inside in the interior. I had like the lights
You
glowing
could
inside the car.
hear him already coming. How
Like
many minutes would you hear yourself coming before you
it would
actually
be
saw the
like
car?
it would be like a good 5 minutes away. I'd be driving, somebody could hear my car bumping, and like I get out looking all fresh, dressed. I don't care about none of that stuff anymore. Like when I woke up, that didn't matter to me. When I cured myself from being sick, like in that last fasting video we talked about, none of that mattered. So
Mm,
NPC, all this matters,
yeah.
even if it's not so much as like as intense as I did it. They still on that level. Well, like it's just really a materialistic world for them.
And
It's very less material for us.
yeah, so there's people. There's also levels in awareness. So there are already people that are like not fully aware, but they still are like a bit more aware than other people. They're like in what they eat, that they want to eat healthy, or that they like already like travel, not more open to certain conversations. So you notice if people are like a bit more open minded, and but then you notice people that are like fully open minded. You have totally different conversations.
Yeah, like find your like-minded. Like if you got the soul, you're not NPC. You've awakened to the new knowledge. You're trying to better yourself. You're trying to expand. You're trying to grow. Do your best to find your soul tribe, your soul family, your soul tribe. I mean, you know what I mean. And when I say this, do not disregard your family, your original family. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's your family right there. They might say, "Oh, that was your family, not your family in the past, and now that could be family in the future. You're gonna reincarnate, whatever." Take care of your family, no
But
matter what.
not if there's abuse and there's
Oh,
disrespect. And that's also a thing. You need boundaries as
yes, it's good
well.
to clear that up.
Yeah, you
But
need
look for your
boundaries
soul
as
tribe.
well. You need to be very good to yourself. Your mental health is worth a lot. And the more you are yourself, the more you find soul tribe, and you will feel how it feels with these people. But know that you're the one needs to bring it. You're the change in this reality. You bring the change. So sometimes in your
Very good.
direct, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a good one.
You
Yeah.
gotta be. Yeah, you bring that.
Sometimes around you, you're the one who needs to bring it instead of like trying to get it from others. Like you're the one who needs to bring it. So what you miss in this world is you're here to bring it. You bring the light, you bring the compassion, you bring the love, and then people can be whoever they want to be in that moment. Because some people you will not it will maybe never come. And then you also need to let go of that expectation. But then you can just accept them for where they are and still be there for them, because you're the one who brings that love and compassion. And I also read something about like how to integrate that in society, because a lot of people that are awake just go away from society. But it is if like, and you need to do what good is for you, of course, huh? But some people need to go away, but other people choose deliberately to stay in the society and bring that light. So, and that is also really beautiful if you can bring that, like with a higher purpose, you can bring that wherever you are.
Yes. Some will leave and some will stay. But whether you leave, you're gonna bring it wherever you take off to. What I'm saying is, when you leave, you'll bring it to wherever you're gonna go, and when you stay, you'll bring the light to where you're gonna be at.
And also people will fall away, and that sometimes is also a painful process. But know that everybody, there's people coming back, there's people that are there away for a while, and know that like you can always find new people anywhere. Like it's like once you vibrate on that frequency of love, you will find cool people everywhere. Like you find soul
Yes.
tribe everywhere, wherever
Like
you
I
are.
find like cool people everywhere. Like it doesn't matter what country we end up in. Like so many people, even if they're NPCs, like I'm still cool. I'm like friends with everybody just about. And I don't know if it's vice versa. I don't know if I'm like their friend, but like when I meet people, it's like really cool. I have a good time, and I talk, and I do lower myself to like a level of an NPC as far as trying to carry a conversation, not overwhelmed with things I would like to talk about. But I have something for everybody, and as long as you have a good conversation or just have fun and just bringing that good energy, that's all that really matters. As long as you exchange good energy. But sometimes you can be depleted. NPCs can overwhelm you, but just stay positive, keep your frequency high, and bring that love and lights, and it radiates, and then it's contagious.
Yeah, and then people
Affects
really
everyone
like to
else.
be with you, and they don't even know why. And you have children waving at you, and
Oh yeah,
like
yeah,
this week we had like a little child was all the time waving at us, and she was going away, and she was still waving. It was so
yeah.
really
They
sweet.
can see your energy. Like these children are they're really connected to source, and they can see your energy.
And it was like also one time in the shop, and it's like suddenly a child hugged me, and then the brother also hugged me.
Yes,
I was like standing there, like, what happened here now?
because you're a healer. You heal people. You heal the world pretty much.
Yeah, so if you raise your vibration, you heal,
It's that God light. It's that this
you have that
source,
connection with source,
most high source
then
flowing through you.
your presence, your being, your aura is already healing for people, and you don't have to say something, and it's okay. And sometimes you're just there to smile and hug with people and take them as they are, and that is like you can bring that to wherever you go. You can bring that, and then you are the light that this world needs. You are the change this world needs. You are the love this world needs, because lots of people are really in need of that.
And that's why, like, these you could call it the Rainbow Tribe, Rainbow Warriors were chosen. That's why this awakening has to happen, because when something's off and the world's dying, this dying world needs the love. You'll see like a lot of us springing up out of nowhere, and then you'll see more of us appearing, and appearing even more, and trying to help as much as possible. And maybe one day when it does take place, where we get the balance back, you'll see NPCs even like in the same type of activities that we're into, as far as healing and helping other people, and not really a dog eat dog world for themselves, but for everybody else.
And I think that the tipping point is also coming. That first they say like, yeah, you're crazy, and then you're finding out like, hey, there's more and more people finding out and starting to question. So there is a big awakening going on, and it's also for us to be patient for when the tipping point comes. And I am very much like busy with just like having it all in place, have all the videos, have all the courses, have all the books, and then when the people come, it's all there.
It is there. You've been working hard though. You've been working really hard for real. Like,
It's like it's
damn,
like,
you've been working hard.
yeah, I make videos, I make podcasts, I write, I give also healings and coaching for people, but also like wherever I can spread seeds on like whatever platform as well. And on and offline. And even if it's little pieces, like the universe will guide them anyway. And you're always guiding, you're always guided, but they also. So know that everything needs to happen like it needs to happen. And that brings also a lot of trust for yourself in the moment. You need that peace in the moment. Because if you are constantly waiting for something that maybe never comes, you're like very like disappointed.
Yeah, no, that is.
Yeah, so you also need to be prepared that the people around you may never wake up. They may never find out.
Just accept it. Just know it.
Yeah.
That just might be their path, and accept it as you accept your path.
Yeah. And everybody's path is different and unique, and everybody is so unique. And once you understand, like once you're on this path, it can only get more epic, more amazing, and you unlock, what you said already. You said, you unlock greatness in yourself, and you find like you're a totally different person.
And it feels great.
Yeah.
I almost feel like, I don't know, like I could say being reborn, but it almost feels like you're just renewed. You know what I
mean? That's why we also call it Forever Awesome, because once you're awesome, you're even more awesome and more awesome.
You stay awesome, so you're forever awesome.
That's why we call this, to let you know that you're an awesome being. And whoever is watching this, that you are awesome.
And everybody could be awesome.
Everybody is awesome, but you have to unlock it and activate it.
Unlock it, activate it, claim it.
Yes.
Then you go.
Woohoo!
You can be anybody, it doesn't matter who you are.
And you can do anything. You can be anyone. You can do anything. You can...
NPCs are awesome.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't even know if I'm an NPC. Or
oh yeah, maybe we're the glitch.
Maybe we're the glitches.
Maybe if we wouldn't traumatize, this reality would be perfect for us.
You know?
And we're the ones that have all the shit happening. And we're the ones who are healing. And well, we're the ones that... But I think it's different.
We're still awesome.
We're
still awesome.
But I think it's because we had the trauma that made us wake up.
Yeah.
So it was necessary. We forced to wake up earlier. Like, because your illness and for me and my burnout, we were forced to wake up early. And a lot of times people first need to have a certain thing in their life happening, like the death or illness or like a job losing.
Like a death of a friend or family or somebody.
Or relationship ending. And then they start questioning, then they go searching. Because then you were like, you're on the deepest of deepest, lowest of lowest, and you're still breathing. It's like there's more to this reality.
And that's when you start climbing back up.
Or when people have everything and they still don't feel happy. You're like, what is this? Like, I have all the things that I wanted, but they still don't feel happy.
I know what that's like.
Yeah, so then you also everybody starts this path because of different reasons. And the more we are aware and the more we are early aware, the more we can help each other and support each other in the journey. And that's why we also we always hear, like we do coaching also for wherever you are in the journey. And because we went both of it quite alone, I am grateful that I have people that are quite aware in my reality, that I could talk about these things. But I know that a lot of people don't have people that they can talk about it.
And like you said, we are here. We do coaching. So that will be in the description, or you can get a hold of us. You can find out how to get a hold of us. You have that there, right? How they can reach us through our site and all that.
Yeah.
So all
the links are down here.
Don't be afraid to communicate.
Yeah, you can comment, you can ask us things, and we are here, and we will always be here. Yes. We will always keep sharing because I feel like we just started. And everybody, and that's what we also want to inspire others. Start making your videos, start sharing your truth wherever you are. And like then you unlock things also in yourself and you find like
and that's the change.
Versions of you.
That's already the different version coming up. That's already change happening. Like for instance, if anybody out there, any one of you wanted to make a video and you're like hesitant, you're like, maybe I'll do it next time, or I don't want to do it. I'm not confident. Just make it. And learn editing if you want, or just put the video out raw. Just how we want to do it, just do it.
Because it's also different. Like I make videos and I don't care if I make mistakes, and he makes videos and you are like, oh, this is not so good. This not. And
I like to do some editing. I like to keep it clean.
Yeah, but it's about what everybody needs and everybody wants. And that is also, you have to find out what you need.
Different perspectives.
You need to find out what you need in your situation and what are the choices you want to make, because it's your life. You're in charge.
Exactly.
You're the creator.
You're running the show.
Yes. So make sure that you're knowingly play the game and know what's happening. And the more you are aware that you're playing the game, the more you are in control. But on the other side, totally not, because you know something else, something higher is in control.
Yes. And like you said, NPCs, not all bad, but when you do come across ones, even some of us awakener can be not so nice probably out there. I don't know. I haven't really met any, but it's possible. But just let yourself know who you should give your energy to and not give it to. Protect your energy at all times.
You feel if you talked with someone, if you have more energy or less energy. So the more you're aware of that, the better your choices.
Yeah, and if you're awake, you have instinct. You feel it in your gut. Yeah. If you're awake like we are, you feel it. You know what is right and you know what is wrong.
Yay! Thank you so much for watching this. You can put things in the comments. You can ask us questions. You know where to contact us.
Yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions in the comments.
Yes, we're like wishing everybody the best. And wherever you are on this path, it's the path you like need to have, and it's all divinely orchestrated. And just start like seeing it in awe and in gratitude and in awe, and like who knows where this story leads you. You're like the main character in your own movie. What kind of movie do you want to write?
Exactly. Play it out. Have a good time with it.
Yay.
All right. So love, light, peace, power, and happiness, everybody out there.
Lots of love.
Stay awesome.
Stay awesome.
Forever awesome.
Forever awesome. Lots of love. Bye.